Now, I don't know if you guys are big fans of horror movies, but I am. And one of my favorite types of movies from that genre is the zombie flick, right? Just there's something about the concept of a human being being completely taken over and turned into basically a drone for an illness that just causes them to want to be ravenous and kill everything in their path. I think that's really interesting. And I was thinking about that concept of zombie movies the other day, and I realized how closely or how exactly it applies to narcissism. You know, a lot of us struggle, right, with guilt after going no contact. We struggle with dissolving a relationship with someone who never really cared to have a relationship with us, never really cared to have uh, a relationship where there was give and take. There was only give, 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 right? So we had to, for our own, mental health and our safety and our financial well-being and all the rest of it, we had to cut that relationship off. But because we're human beings and us scapegoats are generally good, sensitive people, uh, we feel bad for it. We feel bad for it because we think of all the memories. It wasn't all bad times. There were some good times. You remember Christmas morning, or you remember they took you to the park when you were a kid, or you remember sandcastles, or XYZ. So many good things to remember, but then you got that mountain of bad shit that makes you want to stay away, don't you? And I realized, the reticence and the hesitation to let that relationship go is the same thing that a character experiences in a zombie movie when he or she has to eliminate a loved one who's been turned. And I'm here to tell you, just as we sit in theaters or we sit in the comfort of our own homes and we yell, just shoot the thing, just shoot the thing, that's not your fucking dad anymore. That's not your wife anymore. That's not your husband anymore. That's not your kid anymore. It is now a wild, ravenous, rabid animal that you have to put down. Just as we scream that in the theater, we should be screaming that at ourselves when we're up at night ruminating, thinking about things, thinking about guilt, thinking about, oh, what if we never reconcile before they die? What if this? What if that? What if this? What if that? Anchored down by the few happy memories we have with them, anchored down with societal expectations that say that you should love this person for life even though they don't love you, that you should care for this person for life even though they don't care for you, that you should do for this person for life even though they've done the very bare minimum for you, and the things that they have done have most likely, been done so that they can show off the doing of it to others. Okay? So I'm here to tell you, we need to take the advice that we give these characters in the movies. You may love your narc. Some of you don't, and that's fine. That makes sense too. And you may remember the birthday parties, and you may remember all these things. But there gets to a point in every adult's life where you have a path. And if you are affecting people around you in a negative way, you can take one of two paths. You can take the path of let me stop, reassess, recalibrate, and do better, and make amends, and realize I'm not perfect. I'm never going to be perfect, but I sure as hell can damn sure try, to be a hell of a lot better than I've been, right? So that's one path. Or you could take the path that's far more traveled, in my opinion, and you can double down and decide that the whole world is wrong and you're the only one that's right, and the whole world has done you wrong and you're the only saint and everybody's against you and there's nothing wrong with you, and it doesn't matter that you're the common denominator. You are perfect, and you shit gold bricks and you piss whiskey springs. You are perfect. You are perfect. So those are the two paths you can take. When we have a narc that chooses that latter part, or that latter path, that's just the same as a zombie biting down on them. They're lost to you. You could have all the memories in the world. Again, mom could have made the best lasagna in the world. Dad could have bought you a car for your sweet 16. But once they make that decision to not try to work on things, once you say, hey, this is affecting me and I need to speak about it, and we need to get to the bottom of this together, once you say that and they respond with the, ain't nothing wrong with me, ain't nothing wrong over here, they're infected. They're infected. So what choice do you have at that point but to end that shit? Okay, obviously I'm speaking metaphorically. But what choice do you have at that point? Because if you stick around, what's going to happen? If you stick around that narc that's taking that second path, okay, that's been symbolically infected with that zombie disease, what's necessarily going to happen to you if you stay close to them? You get infected too. Now you harm everyone near and dear to you. Now you become a predator. Now you become an issue for your kids, okay? And then by virtue of them being close to you, they become an issue for their children. Is that what you want? Or do we just go ahead and pew this guy in the head, put him out of his misery, and get the fuck away from him? Get the fuck out of Dodge. Run away as far as we can. The narcissist is a zombie. I don't care what he meant to you or what she meant to you. They are infected. They are contagious. They cannot be trusted. Love and what used to be will not stop them, from being ravenous. You know, pictures from your 5th birthday should not persuade you to get close to fucking, Jaws. You know what I'm saying? The things that we hold near and dear are things that largely were probably transactional. Largely were an opportunity to show people off, like, hey, look what I'm doing for my kid. May it have been for your enrichment, and may they have loved you, probably, maybe on some level they can. But once they take that second path, they are lost to you. The narcissist is a lost cause. I'm sorry, just like the zombie is a lost cause. I don't care if the zombie was once the nicest lady in town and she fed the homeless and she handed out free kittens on Sunday. She is now a monster and she cannot be trusted. And for everyone's safety, for your safety, and for the generations that proceed before you, you have got to put that bitch down and you've got to get the fuck away from her. And that's the word. Think of the narcissist as a zombie. Think about how indignant you are when you sit in the theater and you see this person trying to get close to the zombie and reason with the zombie, and they're crying, looking at the zombie, remembering what was, and blah, blah. Think about how you feel like, get the fuck away from them, stupid. This thing's gonna bite you. It's gonna be over. You're gonna be a monster too. You're gonna be out there doing dirt too. Running around, no brain, mindless, hurting everyone around you, incapable of change, right? That's what you think. Apply that thought to the narcissist and you will understand why you should not feel guilt. You will understand why you should feel proud of yourself for saving yourself and essentially being the protagonist and the hero in your own story. Okay? Go no contact and stay no contact from these zombies. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm gonna have to start saying that. And thank you for watching.